Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on how to tint the back window of a car. We're going to be working on a co-worker's car. We're going to be doing the back window. So if you've watched the other video on how to tint a side window, it's going to be the exact same tools, except for the back window you'll need a bulldozer and dryer sheets as well. So what you're going to want to do off the start, once you wipe down the window, clean off all the dirt, you just want to give it a light mist. I just do mirror just to get a little light mist onto the window. And with the dryer sheet, you're going to want to rub it in all over the window. This is going to prevent any static from staying on the window, and you'll be able to move the tint around a little bit better, and it'll be less likely to crease. So you rub it all in evenly. And after this, you're going to wait for it to dry. Just give it a couple minutes or so, and you should be good to start after that. Okay guys, so now once that the back window is dry, I'm going to place the film onto the back of the glass. With the black side down, you're going to want the clear side up. And then another thing to mention as well, these are pre-cut film tints, but you're going to want to cut around the edge and leave a little bit of a space. This makes a difference, especially when it's a harder shrink. It'll give you a little bit of room, just in case anything does happen along the edges, you over shrink it. You'll have a little bit of excess room in case something happens, it'll still be good. Okay guys, so once you place the film onto the glass, you just want to make sure that the tint is positioned properly. So the corner of where you're going to cut it is covering all of the edges on all four corners. And then now the next step is you're going to want to make an H on the window. What I do is I grab a microfiber and just with the tip, I just get the corner of the microfiber wet. And I'll put my hand in the middle so that it doesn't shift at all. And you're going to want to go down on the edge here. And then across the middle without shifting the film at all. So just the middle here and then the sides. And then I'm going to go over it with a squeegee over the middle and then down the sides like this, making an H shape on the window. And you're going to want to do this to both sides of the film. Another thing, when you are squeegeeing the film with the H, make sure it's tight and there's no crinkles while you're going over it. Sometimes you can crease it if you're not careful or beginning. Okay, so now that I have the H pattern on the film tacked down, I'm going to want to start in one corner here. And you're going to want to use the heat gun, say about maybe half a foot, a bit less than that, away from the film. And heat an area. Don't keep it still. You want to continue to move the heat gun around. And once you shrink it, then you can go over it with the squeegee. For beginners, this is one of the toughest parts, especially when we were learning. It just takes a lot of practice. You just want to make sure that the film is shrunk enough before you go over it with the squeegee. If it's not, it could possibly crease. Once it's all shrunk down, you're going to want to go over the bottom a little bit just to make sure that any fingers that do come up are fully shrunk. So now that I've got this side done, it doesn't really matter, you can do any other side. Preferably I like to do the bottom first and then the top, but honestly it doesn't really make much of a difference. Okay guys, so this is one of the quadrants done. We're going to get the other three done. All the other three are going to be the exact same as the first one. So if you just watch, you can see what we do again. Another Another small thing just to know, especially when you're doing customer cars, I like to put the cord around my shoulder just to make sure that it doesn't hit the paint at all, scratch it or anything like that. It's a small quality thing for customers. Another thing as well, if you do have larger fingers like this, I like to push it down with my finger a little bit, just to make them smaller fingers, and just to decrease the chances of it creasing. Okay, so now that the shrink is done, if you are using pre-cuts, you're going to want to flip the film over to trim the edges. You're going to want to be really gentle with the film. Any small creases, if it does crinkle at all, you may be able to see it on the when it's applied, so you're going to want to be careful. And then, just like any other window when you're peeling the pre-cuts, I like to start on the edge. I'll cut it and then just go across the edge with it. Clean the inside of the window, so I'm going to want to put this film onto the glass Just so I can see all the dirt that may be on the back window, and the tint won't block my visibility at all. And now we're going to get to the cleaning step. So in the Honda Civic, the headrests don't come out of the back seat, so we're going to have to fold down the back seats to give us a little bit more room in the back. So now we're going to start to clean down the back window. I usually cover up the back speakers just in case any water drips down. We don't want to ruin them. So I'm going to give it a light spray all the way through. And then I'm going to go with a microfiber and just rub down the back window. In case there's any stuck on debris, this is going to get rid of it. Now I'm going to wipe down the whole window fully, so I'm going to spray it once more to get any little last debris that might be on there off.
And then to clean off the bottom, you use the bulldozer. When on the right, I like to go over that last. You're going to want to wipe it off every single time to make sure that all the dirt stays off the window. And then to the very bottom, I'm going to go across the edge, especially on the right. I'll let the grease from underneath there out of the way.
Okay, so now that the whole back window is clean, I'm going to grab the piece of film and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so the next step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to peel the back of the window. I do usually half and then half. So there's a couple different ways that people go about putting the tint into the car. I like to spray half the window down. And then place the plastic side back onto the film. And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. Okay guys, so the way that I do it is once the whole window is wet, I hold it by the bottom and then I'm going to carry it in. Some people do the roll-up method or they zombie it into the back of the window. I like to keep the plastic on just to prevent any dirt from touching the film. So you're going to want to be very gentle with it. Any small creases and such could show when you apply the window. I like to lay it onto the back here, as far back as I can. And once it's spread out evenly, I'll then slowly take up the backing, making sure that it doesn't touch any of the sides or the bottom. Okay, so now that it's completely exposed, you're going to want to spray it again one more time, and then you're going to want to spray the back window down as well with it. You're going to want to completely soak the back window so that it slips properly. And that should be good there. And now I'm going to go from the middle, try and get my arms underneath without it touching anything, and try and get to the very bottom and flatten out the bottom. You're gonna wanna make sure that it's centered in the middle so that the edges don't touch the side panels. And you wanna slowly slide it down and bring it up, just like this, without it touching the side or top. Now you're gonna wanna position it, make sure that all the edges are completely covered. And that should be good there. Okay, so you're gonna wanna spray it one more time down so that when you squeegee it, you've got lots of... Okay, so now that it's positioned in place, the way that I squeegee it, you wanna make sure that all the edges are covered. That's good there. I start in the middle, and you're gonna wanna make your way outwards. Okay, so now I just have the bottom left. Once again, you're gonna wanna get it nice and wet. And with the bulldozer this time, you're gonna wanna start at the middle again and then work your way out once again. I like to leave around the light, not as covered, and I go over that afterwards. Okay, so now I have everything but the very bottom edge squeegeed. And I'm gonna go around this backlight. So I'm gonna go off to the side a little bit and push all of this to the side. You're gonna wanna do this to the whole bottom, and then usually in the corner, I'll just go down to get that excess out. Just a couple times, make sure all the small fingers that may be at the bottom are out. And see if there's anywhere that I missed, but I think I should be good. Now I'm gonna wipe it down and check it out from the outside. Now the whole back window is tinted. Sometimes you may have some small fingers at the sides or bottom. If you do have any of these, you're going to want to heat it a little bit from the outside and then push down from the inside. That's going to soften up the glue a little bit and allow the glue to cure onto the glass. It doesn't look like I have anything here, so we should be all good to go. Once I wipe it down, give it a quick wipe down, and everything looks good. I don't see anything. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is how you tint the back window of a car. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just leave it down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you again.
And it's no good for me, it's so good for them.